All right, so today we're diving into a viral video that's way more than just a funny sketch. It's actually a super sharp take on academic pressure, and we're going to unpack exactly why this thing is connecting with millions of people. Let's get right into it. So, right off the bat, the video hits you with this line, 25 hours a day. I mean, it's completely impossible, totally absurd, and you know what? It perfectly sets the tone for the brilliant satire that we're about to break down. This one line, it's the key to the whole thing. So what even is this video we're talking about? Well, it's a parody, and it's poking fun at a very specific thing in India. These interviews they do with toppers, the students who score the highest ranks in the whole country. And it has gone absolutely viral because it taps into this frustration that so many people feel but don't always talk about. Now, to really get the joke, you first have to understand what it's making fun of. These real-life interviews are something else. They often have students who sound almost robotic, talking about these insane study schedules and having zero social life, all said with this weirdly calm, rehearsed voice. The parody just nails that awkward vibe perfectly. Okay, so the real magic of this satire is the massive gap it shows between the public myth of what a topper is and the pretty grim reality of the pressure they're actually under. The video basically takes that myth and just stretches it until it snaps. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. On the left, you've got the myth we're all told. 18-hour study days, no distractions. But look at the satire on the right. It just pushes it to a ridiculous extreme, studying while you're asleep, or your only friend being a textbook. It shows you how absurd the myth is by just taking it one tiny step further into the impossible. And this is where things get really clever, because behind every single punchline, there's a serious point being made. The video isn't just trying to be funny, it's using that humor to make a powerful statement about the entire education system. Take this line, it gets a laugh for sure, but it's an uncomfortable one. Because even though it's an exaggeration, it hints at a very real truth about the incredible sacrifices families feel pressured to make. And that's the real target here. It's a system where the cost of education, especially that multi-billion-dollar coaching industry, can be just astronomical. The joke isn't really about the parents, it's about a system that makes people feel like they have to go to these extremes just to get a fair shot.
Here's another absolute gem. The idea that solving old exam papers is entertainment, it's funny because it's just so sad. It completely erases the idea of a young person having any hobbies or passions or, a life outside of studying.
This line is a direct shot at that whole grind culture, the one that tells you your mental health and well-being are luxuries you just can't afford right now. The video is asking a really important question. What's the point of winning if you have to lose yourself to get there? So when you boil it all down, these are the big things the video is really going after with its comedy. It's tearing down the myth of the effortless genius, it's questioning the whole coaching industry, and most importantly, it's putting a spotlight on the huge mental health toll that comes from having such a narrow idea of what success looks like. Which brings us to a really important question. Why does this work so well as a short, funny video? Why is this the perfect way to get this message across? Let's explore why this kind of thing thrives online and what it really says about how we communicate today. Well, it succeeds for three pretty simple reasons. First, it's just so relatable. Anyone who's ever felt academic pressure gets the joke immediately. Second, it's made to be shared. It's short, it's funny, and it spreads way faster than some long, serious article. And third, the humor makes the criticism easy to swallow. It's like a Trojan horse, right? You let it in because it's funny, but it leaves behind a really serious message. And that's the real power of this. A platform like YouTube lets a message like this completely bypass the old gatekeepers of media and speak directly to millions of people. It's a perfect example of how complex ideas can be simplified and spread to start a real conversation from the ground up. Ultimately, what this video is critiquing is this idea right here, performative success. It's that pressure to not only be successful, but to look like you're doing it effortlessly. It's about putting on a show of confidence and strength, all while hiding the real human cost behind the curtain. So if you remember one thing, let it be this. The student in the video, he's not the real target. He's just a symbol. The video is using his over-the-top performance to hold up a giant mirror to the society that creates these kinds of expectations in the first place. A system that rewards looking successful more than it rewards actual well-being. And that's our big takeaway. This video shows that sometimes satire is the most powerful tool we have to critique the world around us. So the next time a funny viral clip comes across your feed, Just take an extra second and ask yourself, what's hiding underneath the laughter? What is it really saying?